at me. For today's video, I'm gonna throw down some scrapyard action, make a little extra cash. Got stuff building up on me around here. I live about a half-mile away from a scrapyard, for those of you who haven't seen that. Lots of scrapyards might not take that printer like that. Hey, look at that gold plate right there, look at that. Link down in the description for boardsort.com. Send in gold plated stuff, any kind of old circuit boards. Make some extra money, good way to make some extra money. Lots of scrapyards might not take this. The scrapyard I'm going to today will take this. It's basically a big piece of plastic, but it's got some metal in it. And oh, look at that ink. I suppose it's better finding it now than later. Okay, special care with that one. And I let this stuff get rained on, so there's CD players, DVD players are just going to the scrapyard. Got some other stuff in here, an old Sunbeam. I don't know if it's old. Mixmaster. It's probably got some value to it, I suppose. People do different things different ways. I've just learned just to start scrapping this kind of stuff. Get it out of my sight, mess around with it. But anyways, I'm gonna take a few loads down there, show it to you here in a little bit, see how we do. For those of you new to the game, I will sort this out, have a little chat about it, get over to the scrapyard, tell you what's what and what's going on, what to look for, and blah blah blah. I've got a special bonus for you today. Last few minutes of the video, see what I'm gonna do with this money I make today off the scrap metal. Oh, little VidVulture viewer bonus. What a mess. You gotta watch out for them printers. If I wasn't paying attention, I could have smeared that all over myself. That's what I'm gonna do. This place closes in about an hour and a half. They close at 1 p.m. So what I'm gonna do is just bring some loads up here like so, set them here. How you doing?
How are you?
Fine. And then come cash them out. This is a shower stool or whatever it is I showed in my last video. Okay, so it looks like day of the microwave. I don't have any real expensive stuff here, but it's not a bad little session. So what I'm gonna do is get it organized a little bit for you and then show it to you. Cut all these plugs off. It's basically ready to go. I just need to organize it just a touch. Make sure everything's together. Lots of times you see stuff in my videos, you think, wow, what are you throwing that away for? But like you look closer, like the GoPro's got a bit of a, doesn't really show the real quality of some stuff. So if I zoom in right here, you can see that thing's trashed. But from back here, you know, why is he throwing that away? But these bed frames are not mine. They've been sitting here for like a week, I think now. They belong to someone else, I think. But anyways, this place does not take microwave doors. Something about that. I don't know if it's the glass plastic material or if it's the microwave screen in there. I'm not sure why they don't take them, but they don't take them at the scrapyard. It's the only scrapyard I know of that doesn't take microwave doors. However, they take the magnetrons that are in here, and another scrapyard I go to, you have to take the magnetron out to sell them on microwaves. So if you're new to this, you want to get familiar with how your scrapyards like to do stuff. But if you're unsure, just asking questions. Most scrapyards, if you're new to this, they'll just, if you have like this aluminum ladder mixed in with this tin shred, the cheap stuff, they'll just give you tin shred. They'll give you a cheap price for the whole thing. It's not really their job to sort stuff out. Some yards might do that for you. Like the stick of aluminum, if I had it mixed up in there with that junk, they would just give me the junk price for all of it. Alrighty, let's have a look. What I've done is I cut all the ends off. The interesting thing about this scrapyard is that I can put in junk wire, it's like just phone wire with very little copper content. I can throw that in with good number 2 insulated copper wire, and they count it all as one category. Like normally the other scrapyards I go to, that would just be a low grade wire, but this scrapyard you can throw it in with that stuff. Over here I got some number 1 insulated copper wire. See like real high content on that. So like I think the way they do it is number 2 technically. It's supposed to be 50% copper, 50% insulation, and then like a number 1 would be like 60-70%, something like that. But scrapyard is probably a lot different. I got some stuff in here that's borderline. I'm just gonna see what they have to say about it. That's like right there, that's a real nice piece of number 1 insulated. But some of this, like this, might end up over here. We'll just see what she wants to do up the scale. And then it's got this scrap metal, this tin shred. The reason they call this stuff tin shred, is because they throw all this tin, and when it goes to the mill, it goes through a giant shredder, and it just shreds it to bits. So they call that shred. And here's some more shred. This little dude. Let's see, you better put the magnet to that guy. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you this too. Let's see, get the magnet out. Hey, that's actually, look at that, that's actually aluminum. So that's gonna be aluminum breakage. Okay, that's cool. Over here I got aluminum. Some aluminum cans. Those are exciting. And then I want to show you this. I got some brass bits over here. This yard isn't very good with brass. They don't even have a category for dirty brass. So I'll just take that, hold that back, take that to a different yard. But like some of these wires, mainly the ones that had these brass bits, see that? You want to check some of that stuff with a magnet, because that's got a tin iron cable in it. See how that working? See that? You don't want to try to make it look like you're trying to get over on the scrap yard. So you just want to separate that stuff out. Like I was saying before, if you were to put some of this magnetic stuff in with a load of this and they were to find it, some scrap yards, they don't care. So I know some people on YouTube think they're getting ripped off at the scrap yard, but it might be situations like that. It's really not the scrap yard's responsibility to separate your stuff for you. So they might stick to a magnet and they'll just give you a terrible price for it. It's real good stuff. So that little booger, what's the deal there? I think I've got a piece of a magnet stuck to my magnet. Look at that. Wow. One of those magnets cracked in half, you see that? And then I had mixed up in here, I had some cell phones. These will go to board sort. I was talking about that link down in the description. See that gold plate on there? This is cell phone boards. So that might be almost $2 right there. Smashed up, those two smashed up cell phones. All together, it's like $3.50, $3.75 a pound last time I looked. That's the kind of stuff they're after right there. See that gold? That is what they're after. And so that's about it. Let's go see what it's all worth. I had this, there was a pressure washer motor in that thing, and like a piece of it. I think that was like a piece of a jack off of a truck or something, maybe. I guess you see it. I always forget there's new people watching, so I gotta explain things. I call this aluminum breakage. What that means is that's an aluminum case, and in here there's an electric motor, and then there'll be bits of like plastic, and that's kind of a rubbery handle, and plastic down there, and tin shed built into it. So aluminum breakage is aluminum with other material stuck to it, like that aluminum plate off that cell phone, and it's got whatever that stuff's made out of on it. Aluminum breakage. Like that would be aluminum breakage. That piece of that motor or whatever it is, oil catch pan, whatever, with that steel nut. That's mine?
Yep.
Hey, you mind if I keep the camera going?
That's up to her. Mom.
You mind if I keep the camera going while I load this?
As long as it's out here, yeah.
How you take that printer?
Yeah, I think so. Mom's printer.
It's heavy.
This go too?
Yeah. He's been out here for like a week. That's not mine.
Yeah, somebody donated it. We did it to the dive team. No.
Oh yeah?
What is it? Make-A-Wish Foundation. One for Rich and one for Aaron.
So people can just come here and dump stuff like that?
Yeah.
You want people to do that?
Yeah, they do that. Yeah. Because I just
people watching this video might do it if you want people to do it.
Yeah, because we give it to the two foundations that.
Yeah. I'll start dumping some stuff out here if it's all right. If that's what you want.
Yeah, and then we'll do it in the mornings or in the afternoons or when we get it out.
You want me to get the wheelbarrow?
He's getting it for me.
All right. Hey, there's gonna be a tin can mixed up in there, here and there.
Okay, I'll go.
I see one right there.
Okay.
It's just gonna be a couple.
Yeah, I got it.
How did you do that? That
You
is
just loop it
That is amazing.
like a crocheting.
No
loop.
kidding.
Yeah.
So tin shed went in here, as you can see. This is Can Man in Springdale. I guess they're accepting donations if you want to come and toss your stuff over here along this fence. That's what this stuff is. And she said they have some charities or some foundations, something or other, that they donate it to. So anyone local want to drop off your washers and dryers and I guess refrigerators. Well, I don't know about refrigerators, air conditioners. They might have a deal with the Freon or the gases in there. But if you want to drop off your metal, come here. It's on a Hembry. Springdale Walmart is right over there for coordinates. All right. Let's look, see how we did here. Oh, I had this dog leash in there too. Look at that. Brand new dog leash action. So this yard doesn't give an itemized receipt with the names of stuff. So there it is. That was $38.48. It's not bad. Not bad at all. $38.48 for that load. I really didn't have that much good stuff. I guess copper has come up since last time I went to the scrapyard. I got 80 cents a pound for that number 2 copper insulated wire and $1.70 a pound for the number 1 insulated copper wire. So when prices start getting up there like that, then the scrap metal gets a lot more attractive, I can tell you that. For those of you that have been out there hoarding copper, and I know some of you do that, you may want to start taking a look at the prices. 80 cents a pound is, I think, the most I've ever got for number 2 insulated copper. Okay, let me get dressed up here, and VidVulture bonus coming up. I'm gonna show you how to turn $38 into probably $200 here in the next 12 months. I can't tell you how many times I've come to these ATMs at my bank and they don't work. It's so annoying. Do this the old-fashioned way. So there's the $38 I just deposited it into my bank. We'll go over to here to Robinhood.com. $38. And I wanted to do this earlier in the day, this morning when I woke up. What I'm talking about is Bitcoin. Now, I know people have heard the name Bitcoin. I don't think I pressed the button. Or did I? Or I think I did, didn't I? Well, that's no good. It didn't show up. Well, I'm going to have to put $38 in my bank somehow now. What? There now. There it is. Okay, so pay attention to what I'm doing. Shoot, what time is it? I'm going to have to run down to the scrapyard again and get another $38 to go stick it in my bank so I don't bounce that transaction. So that's always fun. But, anyways, I'll take care of that later. So this morning it was down here at about 31, 32. For some reason, my computer's running slow. My Wi-Fi is running real slow, so it's kind of annoying. I think that's why that didn't show up. Oh, that's annoying. Anyways, I'm going to buy $38 worth of Bitcoin right now. I also use Kraken to buy Bitcoin. So what is going on with Bitcoin right now is it's going to take a while to go through. My Wi-Fi signal is slow for some reason. Bitcoin's not a joke anymore, and a lot of people don't understand what it is. What is going on right now is they're literally talking about the United States Federal Reserve, Federal Treasury might make Bitcoin the reserve currency. Bitcoin could become the reserve currency of the planet. As hard as that is to believe, with COVID-19 and governments printing money all over the place, just printing money out of nothing. It's just a real long story. I can't get into it. It's too boring. If you want to check it out, check out Bitcoin. There's really interesting videos on YouTube if you want to educate yourself about that. Bitcoin's either basically, in my view, is either kind of laid the foundation for basically perhaps a utopian type financial system, or in my opinion, it could be the other way. It might be a disaster one day, but whatever the case is, it sure does look like we're going to find out. So they're talking about Bitcoin could go up to millions of dollars for just one coin, and right now it's at 33,000. So that's not a bad entry point. By the end of the week, it might be 40,000. In 2 months, it might be 50, 60, 70,000. So the thing about Bitcoin is people say it's volatile, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't want to get into talking about this part, blah, blah, blah. But Bitcoin is traded by traders, day traders and traders. So it constantly goes up and down. But there's the 5-year graph, 5-year chart. And it's going parabolic right now. So there's going to be drawbacks, but I don't want to talk anyone into doing anything. But what I'm doing is I've maxed out my credit cards, and I've got some of this on another site as well. Let's see, I've got 5,500 in here. And the biggest mistake I've made in the last almost 20 months I've been doing this is I've listened to other people. I listened to other people about the decisions I'd already made for myself, and I changed my mind, and I sold when I shouldn't have. So I know I'm right about this, and I'm not going to even look at the comment section. I don't care what anyone has to say. I have literally maxed out my credit cards to get into this right now. They're talking about the governments of the world perhaps using Bitcoin as their distorter value. There's literally billionaires and billionaire entities that are coming along and dropping $1 billion with a B into Bitcoin here and there and here and there. And it could just snowball. It could be just absolutely amazing. And I don't want to talk anyone into anything, So I'm just telling you what I'm doing for myself. I know I'm right. The stock market could crash in the future. You know, COVID, who knows what's going to happen? It could crash. So don't get too carried away. I'm on top of this. I can take care of myself. But like I say, I made videos about this a long time ago. Not Bitcoin, but different places, like different companies like Fuel Cell and Enphase and SolarEdge. And I had, long story short, I had like 10,000 shares of Fuel Cell at 29 cents. And I listened to someone that scared me off. I sold about 10,000 shares for 29 cents. And last month, it was up over like $10, $11 a share. So that would have been $100,000 off of a $2,900 investment. And right now, I'd be putting that $100,000 into Bitcoin. And I would probably be at 7 figures by the end of the year. And instead, I'm sitting here and I'm still poor, still $5,500. I got a little more over on Kraken, but don't get carried away. Like I say, I'm putting all my liquid into it, just what I can liquidate right away. But I've got storage units. I've got maybe 2 or 3 years worth of stuff I can sell online and whatnot. You know, if this goes counter funky, you know, who knows for sure what could happen. You know, we might get hit by an asteroid and I might lose everything I have. So I have a couple years worth of work in my storage units. So I don't have all my eggs in one basket, but I have every liquid cent I can get a hold of in immediate present I have in this right now. I sure hope you enjoyed this video, and always make your own decisions about investing in stuff because you can lose money, but I just wanted to show you what I'm doing. Even if you don't want to invest, you might find it very interesting to search on YouTube for like documentaries about Bitcoin and understand what it really, really is. It's kind of quite fascinating. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this show. And as always, thanks for watching.